All right, here we go. Podcast time. The Plan B After Show podcast. Brock, Hunter, what's up? You bitch.
Yes. You're just mad because I beat you in a race.
Oh, God. We have yet to race. I hope you're stretching out there, buddy boy.
Oh, man, I'm ready. I'm all stretched out.
What shirt? What's on your shirt there? What is it? A fancy design? Under Armour. You know, it's supposed to be worn by athletes, Hunter.
Shut up. Hey, race ready. I'm an dude. You just wait, boy. You're gonna be choking on dirt because it's gonna be kicked up in your face.
You know, when your arms are thicker than your thighs, I'm not too worried about.
Oh, shut up. Man, my light went out. Hang on.
Oh no.
My vanity light.
That's out my vanity
there
light.
It is. It makes me look tanner.
The fact that it's called vanity light, it's because when you're being vain and you're trying to make yourself look all pretty, it's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't want to get into that. Let's do fact and opinion. One awesome fact, one dumb opinion. You do what you want with it here on the After Show podcast. I don't know if you know this. I never knew this. I thought this was pretty crazy. The black lines on the sides of school buses show the floor line and the seat lines inside. That way, if there's ever an accident, firefighters know where to cut.
Oh, so wow. That's
those
cool.
lines actually, I never knew that. I did not know that.
Probably a lot of weird things and little safety things with school buses. You know what's fucking weird, though, is they don't have seatbelts.
No seatbelts. The only reason I brought this fact up is because let's focus on the fact, okay, I just had a daughter. The seriousness that goes into putting in your car seat, you have to go someplace, or they highly recommend, and you can go somewhere for free, and they will install it for you. They'll show you how to use it, what properly needs to be done. The car seat that I have for my daughter, which is not cheap, is only good for 6 months. Then you have to get another one.
What?
He stays rear facing for 2 years. Back in the day, obviously they've gotten safer. Anyway, long story short.
Sounds like a money grab to me.
It's pretty crazy when you look at it. I'm super happy that my daughter has a safe car seat compared to the shitty plastic one that I had as a kid.
Oh yeah, that bucket you sat in.
There's a picture of me in a car seat as a baby, right? It's in the front seat, and dude, there is nothing around my neck.
No.
It's gone from the old days of NASCAR to where you had Dale Earnhardt Sr. just
basically with a seatbelt on.
Right, exactly. So it's safe.
Dude, we used to sit in the back of my mom's Oldsmobiles backwards. Looking out the back window at cars coming at you.
Here's the thing. This is what I want to bring up with school buses. It is baffling to me that every other precaution in every other vehicle is taken to high caliber standings of safety. All right. But then when you put 80 of them together in a big yellow tank, they're like, fuck it. We don't need seatbelts.
We don't need seatbelts. What is it? Is it because it's so big and they just have full trust in the bus driver and everything around it? Or
but that doesn't matter because it's not the bus driver.
Other people.
Dude, if a semi sideswipes that fucking bus,
I mean, maybe they just think, hey, at that point, the kids aren't.
At that point, what?
Damn.
Oh, Jesus. Actually, let me look this up. Why? Hold on, I'm going to go to Google. Why aren't
this for sure.
there seat belts on buses, on school buses? Here we go. Large school buses are heavier and distribute crash forces differently than passenger cars and light trucks do. Since the sizes and the weights of small school buses are closer to those of passenger. Okay, so the simple answer is they don't need them. In a cost-benefit analysis, the cost of adding seatbelts to school buses outweighs any potential benefits. This is according to the NHTSA study.
Sounds like a bullshit statement. To
Modern school buses are large and heavy, and their passengers sit high off the ground. School buses are designed to be safe. No.
You know what? Okay, I will say there was one time in elementary school where there was a truck that rear-ended our bus.
Yeah.
And dude, it was, we were in the bus and everybody kind of had the jolt, but it wasn't that bad. But dude, we went to the back of the bus, scrambled to the back to see what happened. Dude, that guy's truck was destroyed.
So,
and it's because the bus it sits higher. And it just took his hood and everything.
That makes sense. I'm sure it's designed with safety in mind. But the fact of the matter is, though, is that seatbelts would still, right? Don't you think it would still be
help.
Better? Right?
Yeah. It would still help. They probably figured the kids ain't going to wear them anyway.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
maybe unless it dings and like, all right, we're not moving the bus until everyone's buckled up, right?
Right.
You know, I know that's probably expensive, but don't you think for children's safety? I mean, it's something I don't know if we truly just wrap our minds around because we've been doing it forever. We have these big metal vehicles that just have like 70 kids in there unbuckled, just driving around on these highways.
Right. So here's the thing, though. If you have seatbelts, Brock, how are you gonna double bounce when you get to the bottom of that hill? Remember that? Did you ever double bounce? If you sat right on the tire. So the one seat that sucked because he had the big tire, the wheel well.
Yeah.
But dude, if you sat on that and you got a nice bounce, wham, dude, you'd hit the ceiling.
Dude, you hit the fucking ceiling. I got 9 concussions because of double bounce.
Yeah, you can flatten you up against the ceiling, dude. Like
yeah, just fucking cracking necks,
you
man.
land like two seats forward.
I think, dude, school buses to me are just, it's such a funny piece of society. It's one adult in charge of all these kids. And then he has to focus. He or she has to
school bus, man.
Dude, it's so insane to me that you put one person in charge of all these kids, but they're also in charge of driving this massive vehicle with huge blind spots and it's hard to drive. So you got to be able to watch these kids, make sure they're not like starting fires.
And the kids are there to torture you too.
Oh, so my God.
You got to muscle through that.
Kids
when you're taking
on the school bus.
You taking your kids to the grocery store, how annoying that is.
Yeah.
Shut up back there, sir. Now imagine like 30 of them. 30 of them behind you screaming and hollering. Dude, we used to sit in the back of the bus with CDs and we would blind the bus driver with the CDs through his big mirror with the sun. Like, what are we doing, dude? We used to roll like marbles up to him, like so when he'd stop.
Just terrible. Just terrible. Like you are taking supervised children and making them unsupervised for a good hour. Especially too, like me, I was picked up first on the route, which was great because I was dropped off first on the route, so I didn't have to sit. But every morning I was on a bus for like an hour and a half. All right. Kids get bored after 10 minutes. All right. We're going to find
sucks getting picked up first. You had the whole, and you had to get up early.
Because I was out in the country, so he'd get all the country kids first, but I was the first one because we were closest to the edge of town on that whole route. Yeah, dude, like an hour and a half on the bus.
Every
fucking
day.
A, dude. But right there, other than sleep, you'd sleep for like 45 minutes, and then it was just like anarchy. Like he's nuts, man.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I remember one time my brother and I would ride the school bus together, and we were close enough in age. So, dude, we would fucking fight all the time. And one time it got so much for our bus driver, Leo. Leo was our bus driver.
Leo.
He literally got up, physically grabbed me. All right. Which now you couldn't do. He grabbed me by the arm aggressively, drug my ass to the back of the bus to where all the old kids sat, which was scary for me. And I was sitting in the back of the bus crying like, But nowadays, that's the other thing too. I will say, I won't get into this whole conversation. I hate that school bus drivers can't defend themselves. Right. Like seriously, like if a kid starts like acting up, dude, back in the day, we were fucking terrified of the bus driver. Yeah. But nowadays, like a kid could just act up, but if the bus driver lays hands on the kids, oh my God, it's the end of the world.
We would when we'd act up, he'd pull to the side, oh man, is it me? Is it the seat next to me? We're all being loud back here. And dude, he pulls over. This is not a bus stop. He's not supposed to stop here. That was a scary. You hear that noise, then he'd get up, start walking to the back. You up. And you just had to do that walk of shame. Yep. Like, oh man, it's so embarrassing. And then you had to sit. Sometimes he'd make you sit up there the whole week. You sit right behind the bus driver for the whole week, dude. Yep. You sit there and just stare at you. Oh, that's terrible.
Nowadays, I don't think there's not enough punishment. There's not enough punishment.
Did you ever have to bust out the sawdust when you were in the bus?
Oh, dude, you kidding me? You had that little bucket.
Puked. Oh, no. Just throw some sawdust over
and everyone say you had to smell it for the whole bus ride.
Where was that saw? Where does he get that from? There's some weird compartment in a bus somewhere it's full of sawdust.
It's the sawdust bucket. That's all it is. I remember one time, dude, no joke. The fan belt broke on the bus. He used his actual belt.
Damn, really?
He took his belt off and it fit, and he got it to get to the next stop. I was like, holy shit, dude. Wow. Like, this is crazy.
This guy, dude.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
We had one bus driver. I can't remember his name, but he wore driving gloves. He wore like actual driving gloves. I was like, man, this is legit.
This guy, dude. Did he have the steering wheel ball? They call them naked ladies.
I'm sure they did. Dude, it's just so crazy.
How about this? This is a memory I have from the bus, dude. Almost when it was raining, would you ever just sit there and stare at the windshield wipers and watch them time up? And they kind of go off rhythm a little bit, and then they time back up.
Yeah, I'm sure I did at some point. Did you ever take a pencil and stab the front seat?
Poof, poof. And then they put those patches on it. You just those brown patches. What were those? Dude, those are nice fucking patches.
Yeah, they were.
I need some of those patches, actually, dude. You know, where do you get those?
I don't know. It was like some kind of like glue. Like
it was man. Those things weren't coming off, but maybe you just poke more holes.
That's what we did. Like parents, I'm thinking about it too. If I ever put my daughter on the school bus, like I learned more terrible shit on the school bus than I did anywhere else, man. Anywhere else.
Dude, that's great.
God,
he learned a lot on the school bus too, listening to all the older kids and
And you just kept moving farther and farther back in the school bus.
I made a sign because we could reserve our seats or whatever if you put up a sign. So me, my two buddies always like to sit together. So I made a sign. This is so stupid. And it had like a viper snake on it, right? And then it says signed seat for Hunter, Sean, and Jordan. And it says, next to the snake, it says, mess with the best, die like the rest, because my dad was a Green Beret. And that he had like a flag in a shop that said that. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to use that for this. So the second day I made it. It was all nice. I had all mark it up. I colored it, dude. Put it up. So the next day I went to go to the reserve seat. Dude, pussy, you bitch. Dude. Fuck you, I was like devastated because the older kids destroyed my sign that I made.
Of course they did.
Right.
Because there's no fucking rules on the bus. There's not.
That was kind of cringy though, dude. Looking back at it, like, geez, dude, what were you doing?
And just think about
the best.
Yeah, he's gonna be so cool. Check out his sign. Got Cobra on there. It's so mean.
It was like Cobra had big old fangs, dude. Yeah. What?
Oh my god. And then some junior in a jean jacket that smokes cigarettes wrote pussy on it.
This guy's He's gonna kick his ass.
Oh,
that's what we thought too. We're like, oh my god, we're gonna get beat up for putting that up.
I just you should have got. Honestly, I kind of want to beat them now for making that sign.
One last bus story. This is real quick. Apparently, this one chick, she's like a bad girl, dude. Always in detention, always getting in trouble. We had like pea gravel on her playground, right? Apparently, she took a handful and put it in her pocket. Got on the bus, dude, and there was one of those bikers along the side of the road. Dude, she opened up the window and just like showered this guy with all that pea gravel. We're going like probably like 45, dude, down the road. Dude, I looked back and this guy, dude, end over end, fell off his bike. Dude, the bus driver pulled over. Never saw this girl again. She got taken off the bus. Never saw her at school again.
Yeah,
she like straight up like went to jail or something.
That's like involuntary manslaughter,
dude. Like, what'd you do? She like didn't care. She said, I cut a bunch of pea gravel yesterday. I saw that bastard driving on the side of it. I'm like, well, you thought of that? Like,
dude, yeah. There's every school has like 4 or 5 of those kids that are like, yeah, you're gonna end up in juvie if you're not. You're just bad. You're just bad for the sake of being bad. Like, it's terrible.
I always kind of hung around him though because there was something gonna happen.
Well,
it was entertaining.
Right there, to just bring in the whole ridiculousness of the bus. All of us kids were together. Like your parents didn't know you were getting on a bus with a fucking psychopath.
Right? Seriously.
Yeah. Nuts, dude. Oh my god. Yeah, it's one of those crazy things in the world, man. School buses. I love it. I'd like to ride one now. Can we go on a school bus now?
I wonder what it's like. I bet it's all proper.
Yeah, everyone's just on their phones playing games. They're not passing around Playboy magazines and
under the seat. You have to do it under the seat. I remember that, dude.
Eating your breakfast because you didn't have time to eat it at home.
We used to have a bully in the back of our bus, and he was remember the game Mercy? It was like you grab somebody's hand, and you try to twist it around until they say, stop.
Yeah.
He was like the Mercy champion. So everybody tried to beat him.
I gotta play Johnny and Mercy today. Damn it. So funny, man. Anyway, well, all right. Well, I think that's enough on school buses. I don't think we'll ever solve the enigma that is that crazy yellow bus. That's going to do it for Brock and Hunter here on the After Show podcast. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll see you next time with more Fact.